And now we are joined via Skype by two great ladies, the YouTube personalities who are hosts of The Viewer's View, Diamond and Silk. Ladies, thanks for your time again tonight on Newsmax Prime.
Thank you for having us.
And we should also point out that we welcome your phone calls at 1-877-NEWSMAX. That's 1-877-639-7629. Ladies, you are not exactly strangers to military towns. You know people involved in the military, and I would imagine that what Mr. Trump had to say today in Virginia to the veterans strikes a responsive chord with you and with a lot of your neighbors.
Absolutely. Our father is a veteran, so It does. You know, I'm having to travel so far to a hospital and not get the needed care. You know, I believe Donald Trump is going to be the best president for our veterans. He is going to take care of our vets. Yes. They fought for this country, they took care of us. Now it's time for us to take care of them. As it pertains to Hillary Clinton, she haven't a clue. And it's so sad she's been in office and serving for all of these years and don't even realize that our veterans, they're not being taken care of, and the veteran administration needs to be revamped.
That's right.
Let's go to the phones right now. Reagan is checking in from Davie, Florida to talk with Diamond and Silk. Reagan, welcome to Newsmax Prime.
Hey, thank you.
You bet.
I just wanted to say that, hi, Diamond and Silk. I think you're great.
Reagan.
I was just calling in to say that I think Newt Gingrich is a nice VP selection for Donald. He seems to understand him, and he has so much experience, and they seem to make an excellent team.
Well, you know, this is a subject,
and give my opinion
I'm glad you did, Reagan. Let me ask you this. Since so many people have called in for Newt, Reagan, do you have a second pick? I may have lost Reagan there, but I sure haven't lost Diamond and Silk. So, ladies, this topic keeps coming up, and you profess confidence in Mr. Trump, whatever decision he makes.
You know, whatever decision he makes is up to us. I mean, it's up to him.
Well, let me ask again, if it were up to you. Now, last week, we had a caller saying we ought to change things so there could be a co-vice presidency with Diamond and Silk. You remember that call, right?
I remember that call, but you know what? I would just throw a hint out there.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes we hate for our session to end on your show.
That's right.
I'll give them a hint like that.
Yeah.
Listen, it's whoever Donald Trump wants to pick. We just want to make sure that they balance him. And we see some people that we really like.
Well, good. And, you know, it was interesting today because for a portion of Mr. Trump's speech, he sounded as if he was running for sheriff rather than president when he said, I am the law and order candidate, underscoring his concern about law enforcement in this country. When you compare the responses of Mr. Trump with President Obama when it comes to law enforcement and the whole Black Lives Matter movement, what is your take on that?
Well, I see when we listen to Mr. Trump and what he said, he's a true leader.
Yes.
And he's going to take up for our police, and he's going to make sure that the citizens are protected as well.
That's right.
But we have to have law and order in this country. As it pertains to Black Lives Matter, that's not a movement, it's a disaster.
Yes.
And these are the people that march in the streets. The same people that they march against is the same men that died to protect their lives.
That's right.
And then for them to get back out in the streets and continue to act crazy and get arrested and block traffic. What do you say about the people that risked their lives the other night to make sure your life was saved? So I think the whole movement is a disaster. Listen, we cannot fix the problem by creating havoc on other people's lives. We need to come to the table with solutions.
Yes.
And we need to talk about real issues and real problems.
That's right.
That's what we need to start doing in this country.
And stop looking for others to validate your Black life. You have to know that your own Black life matter before you can look out into the public for them to validate your Black life.
And if you really care about your Black life, you're not going to be blocking traffic because anybody can hit you with a car.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, let us go back to the telephones, and I think this is a first. From Big Island, Hawaii, Joe is on the phone. Joe, aloha, and welcome to Newsmax Prime.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. My name is not Show. My name is Gerald, but it's not really about Black Lives Matter. I think it's more of about American Lives Matter. You know, either way, I don't think Trump or
That's, Daryl started off so well. And the point he was making, the point being made about the fact that all lives matter. That's what we should all understand.
That's right. All of our lives matter.
Yeah.
And I think the person that's on point is Donald J. Trump. I think that he is the one that's going to be able to lead this country to greatness and create balance where we can start trusting the officers and the officers can start trusting the citizens again.
That's right.
Let's go to Long Island on the eastern seaboard, on the Atlantic seaboard. Joyce is joining us from Long Island, New York. Hi, I'm sorry, I'm being corrected here. It's George, not Joyce. George, 1,000 pardons. Good to have you here.
That's all right. Thank you so much. It's an honor to talk to an honest and fair Republican.
Well, bless you, George.
I just like to say, as yourself, Mr. Hayward.
Well, thank you,
The
sir.
reason I'm calling is because I'm an independent, a former Democrat. My family's all been in World War II, all of them. But however, I changed to Republican because of the abortion and other issues. And beside the point, this is the story. This is what Donald Trump should be talking about. Give me 30 seconds and I'll tell you. Of course, he should be talking about Benghazi and crooked Hillary and all that. But he's also born and raised in New York, which Hillary isn't. And millions of speeches she made from super PAC donations. So he really should appeal to real women. I mean, the women that he's calling up, I don't know where they come from. Maybe
well, here's the thing. I just got to ask you this. Let me ask you this, George, as a New Yorker. Do you believe Donald Trump will carry New York in November?
That's the difficult part. My son says he don't think he'll take New York, but I'm saying if he gets a congressman from New York, I got his name right here.
Who's that?
Congressman Chris Collins from New York State.
Chris endorsed him earlier on. Okay. Well, we'll take that to heart, George. Let's get the take that Diamond and Silk have. Ladies, final 30 seconds to you to comment on what George had to say.
I think that he is going to take New York, with or without Chris. I think that he is going to do well in New York and across the country. We're looking for Donald Trump to be the 45th president of the United States. So if you are independent, if you need to get registered to vote, get registered and make sure you vote for him come this general election.
That's right.
All right, ladies, Diamond and Silk, those internet sensations and YouTube sensations. Ladies, thanks very much for your time via Skype tonight, and we look forward to having you back real soon. Now, when we return, we're going to talk about the GOP convention next week in Cleveland. Platform committee is meeting already, and some folks might be trying to change the rules. John Gizzi updates us live after this.